Do you still remember it?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For this guide for Black Swan, I'll be talking about her best relic, Lightcones, team comp, rotations. How to build Black Swan. For the body you want either attack percent or effect hit rate. Where if you're running EHRLC you want attack percent body instead. For the boots you want speed, sub-stat priority, effect hit rate till a total of 100% to 110% for non-EHR Lightcones and 120% effect hit rate at max ideally if you have 40% EHR Lightcones. After that focus on a total speed of 134, 143, 147, 155 till 161 at max, which include SPD buffs from your teammates and as much attack percent as leftover stats. Without Ruan Mei, either go for 147 speed or attack percent boots without any speed, as it will perform way better though not a must. Honestly, you don't have to care about hitting over 120% as you barely or never miss a dot application even with 110% EHR. It's better to focus more on hitting higher speed breakpoints. For her stat explanation, from 100% to 120% EHR it gives a 5.6% plus DPS boost. A 43.2% attack to EHR body would give a rough 10% DPS loss. In simpler terms, 1% attack equals 2% EHR roughly. Hence the extra damage bonus from her trace after 100% EHR isn't as valuable as speed or attack percent, especially without EHR Lightcones. It's hard to go above 110% EHR with high speed. Do note that with units like E2 Silverwolf or Gwynaphan, which can manipulate enemy effect res, you still want to hit 100 to 120% effect hit rate, as her damage dealt buff trace is based on her own personal effect hit rate. Onto her relic set, it's very straightforward. She pretty much has only one best in slot, which is the prisoner set, and it's highly universal for both Black Swan and your other dot units. Players may also opt to run both 4-piece Genius or Musketeer, but it's not recommended due to stamina efficiency unless you already have double or triple S tier relics substats on them. And now for the Planar Ornament. Main stat for the rope you want attack percent only, and for the orb wind damage boost or attack percent. She has 3 Planar Ornaments at which she can use. First is Space Sealing Station with pretty much no requirements, which doesn't lose out the Glamonth due to Black Swan having a ton of damage boost from herself. Second is Firmament Frontline Glamoth, which will perform better than Space Station at 135 speed. Third is Pan Cosmic, where the 10% effect hit rate bonus, which actually helps a ton as most players will struggle to hit 100% EHR, but it's not recommended to farm for this set as substat is more important. Overall, all 3 Planar Ornament sets are equal as they have little to no difference in damage. Where substats would be more important, players should farm for whichever is more universal for their account by farming the same relic set that your other units are using. Now for her Lightcones, I'll start from the worst to best. She actually has quite a lot of good options to go for, making Black Swan very F2P friendly. At last place we have Silverwolf F2PLC at S5, where you can run an attack percent body and may help to hit Black Swan's ultimate uptime. Though I don't recommend players to run this Lightcone. At third place we have both Fermata and Solitary Healing at S5. They're both really good options, only issue is that players have to run effect hit rate body. At second place we have 3 Lightcones. It honestly depends on which has higher superimposition and your relic substats. For Sampo's LC it's preferred to have it at S3 or higher, where you can run attack percent body instead, and it has pretty good damage with Kafka. Though without sufficient imposition on this Lightcone it will fall off to third or even last place instead. Where Good Night Sleep Well and the new LC would perform a lot better. For Good Night Sleep Well and Showtime, you want to run an EHR body with a minimum of 100% effect hit rate. You don't have to hit 120%, but higher is better. At first place is Black Swan Signature Lightcone. Increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 40% when the wearer deals damage to an enemy inflicted with Wind Shear, Burn, Shock, or Bleed. Each respectively grants 1 stack of profit, stacking up to 4 times. In a single battle, only 1 stack of profit can be granted for each type of dot. Every stack of profit increases wearer's ATK by 5% and enables the dot dealt to ignore 7.2% of the target's defense. Here are all the DPS calculation. It is as accurate as it can get. Overall, recommend F2P players to use Showtime if they don't have Sampo's LC at S3. And now for her team comp and rotations. She has 2 best team comps for now. First would be Ruan Mei, Kafka and Huohuo. where Black Swan is able to skill spam instead of basic attacking for faster ulti uptime. Her second best team comp would be with Acheron with Pella or Bronya and Sparkle with a sustain unit which can apply debuffs. Though only recommended if you do not have Kafka or if you're facing wind-weak enemies. For Black Swan's pros and cons. Pros. She's a double S tier unit or even triple S tier. She's a 2-in-1 hyper carry plus defense shard unit. Basically Silverwolf but way higher DPS. She's one of the most F2P friendly unit in the game. She's skill point positive, good design. Cons. She needs Kafka to get her max potential, as she performs badly outside of dot teams. You still want to use her skill instead of her basic attack if you have extra skill points. She's actually pretty hard to build without EHR Lightcones. For Acheron she may get outscaled in future as she's more focused on dots. So should you pull for Black Swan? If you have Kafka and like the dot playstyle? Yes. If you don't have Kafka or Acheron? No. And that's it for this guide.